Another one bites the dust. You know, there used to be a catchphrase that people used to say whenever like someone would lose a job or someone would quit or, you know, stop doing something and, you know, go on their way. But around here in my hometown, it's become a phrase I've come to use to symbolize the death of people that I've known for years and years. It's like, I don't know, I'm really curious to find out if this is just a phenomenon that's secluded itself just to this town, or if it's something that's going on everywhere. I mean, anyone can pick up a high school annual from 20 years ago and, you know, point out pictures of people that have died since then. But I mean, you know, there's a difference in picking up an annual 20 years after you graduated and saying, okay, this guy, and this guy died. And picking up an annual 6 years after you graduated high school and saying this, and this guy died. This guy's in jail. This guy's in prison. This guy's in prison. This guy's hooked on heroin. This guy's dead. This guy's on meth. This guy's in jail. You know? And the more I think about it, the more it really starts to haunt me. And I've talked about this time and time again. I've gone over it, and I'm trying to figure out, and these are details that people don't pay any attention to. People are just acting like these are just common occurrences in life. You know, they think, well, too bad, so-and-so committed suicide, so-and-so overdosed, fuck him. Let's go to his funeral, cry over him for a couple hours, and move about our business. And that's become the attitude that's become paramount in this town. It makes you realize just how fast your life can go by. I mean, you know, it seems like just yesterday, I was a 14-year-old staring at a stream that used to run parallel to our house. Sometimes I'd go down and I would stare at that stream and dream of being a rock star, dream of being an adult, of being in the now, basically. And now that I've reached this pivotal point, all I can do is reflect on what has been. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one that will do this. I mean, everyone else that I've known and gone to school with, they will come to this point just later on in their life. You know, when they're 35, 40, they're going to look back on all the people that they once knew, and they're going to experience the same feeling that I'm feeling now. And I guess maybe it's that once upon a time, you know, committing suicide may have meant something. Maybe you were giving a message to all the people that fucked you over your whole life, to tell them that, look what you did to me, look what you made me do. But today, you think it's going to have any effect on anybody? You're just going to be another statistic. And that's the only, sometimes, you know, not all the time, but sometimes that's the only thing that holds myself back from wanting to do that. You know, do I want to be another statistic? Do you want to be another do you want to be another statistic? Do you think that everyone's going to go to your funeral and their lives are going to be ruined by you committing suicide? I mean, is that what you want? But there are people who actually commit suicide just to end pain. And I was recently introduced to the agonizing, retrospective nightmare of being in love, and being introduced to that pain, which is something that I had never experienced before. I never realized the profound effect that not necessarily being in love, but thinking that you are in love can have on someone. You know, the feelings that it can drive them to be, and the never-ending depression that hangs over someone's soul. And maybe they're afraid of the doctor, they self-medicate with alcohol, with drugs. And I've always been the type of person that people are very quick to point out my faults. I mean, I've suffered from sleep apnea for most of my life, so, you know, I nod off and on, and people have accused me of being on everything from heroin to Oxycontin to taking prescription medication, you name it, I've been accused of doing it. I've lost jobs over it. I've lost friendships over it. I've been alienated by people because of the website that I post. You know, I've been put down, I've been stepped on, I've been abused, I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been tossed around like some type of toy to be used, to be made fun of. Whenever people start hating themselves and hating their own faults, it's almost like they turn me into some sort of a pivotal punching bag. Like, well, look at his faults, blame him. Look at what he's done. Look at everything he's fucked up. It's always his fault. It's always what he's done. Let's think about Evan Sackett's problems. That way we won't have to focus on our own. Women especially are good at that. Women are very good at focusing on your problems to take the focus off of their own. And they're very good at making you think that they care about you and then disappearing from your life as quickly as they entered it. Maybe I was too naive to give myself up to certain people, because there's always I realize now what it is that hurts, and it's when you fall in love with someone and you get into a relationship with someone. Basically what you are doing, what love is letting down your guard, and you're opening up a wall that you keep around yourself. And when you fall in love with someone, or think that you're in love with someone, and they become your boyfriend or your wife or lover, whatever, what the fuck you want to call it, you break that wall down and you let them in. And that is the stage of loneliness. When you have that wall, and not only can, and you're too apt to let people inside that wall because you don't want to be lonely. You want to give up. You're willing to give up your privacy, your personal space, just to have a feeling. I used to fear relationships, and I used to fear giving up my space. But you spend 7, 8, 9, 10 years with nothing but yourself, and eventually you want to give up that space. You know, you become very, very clingy, and that will push people away quicker than anything. And it's not really a relationship necessarily that you need. It's medication. It's therapy. As much as I hate to say the word therapy, unfortunately, there are some of us who need it. Maybe I'm one of them. But whatever be the case, I mean, is suicide going to answer that? I mean, is suicide going to be a solution to that problem? What do you think? Would it be a solution to your problem? I mean, you're going to die eventually someday, so why not give it your best shot and see what happens? But sometimes it's not about making people suffer. It's about escaping the pain, the agony. You were in a relationship with someone that you thought loved you, and you just can't let that person go. They stay on your mind 24/7. I've been there. And you keep remembering the good times. That's all you can think about are the good times. At one point in time, you had someone who broke down their wall of privacy to let you in. No one's ever given up their wall of privacy to let me in. Maybe they're intimidated by me. Maybe they're afraid of me. It's always been like, there's always been something to hold them back from doing that. Be it a boyfriend, or be it a certain life circumstance. Whatever the case may be, there is always something to keep them from doing that. I guess everyone has their own destiny in life. But God, there are some of us who are getting really sick and tired of sitting around waiting for that goddamn destiny. And we want to know what it is.